Okay, hey everyone. I don't know. Just let me know if you can hear me, and just tell me if like the audio sounds weird or if it's good. Just let me know. Okay, hey everyone. I don't know. Just let me know if you can hear me. Um. Okay, everyone. Okay, sweet. Okay, let me just take that away, and I think you should all be able to see me. I'm not too sure what the quality is going to be like, um, because I'm just trying to tinker with settings. So just, and I don't know if it's going to if it lags, I might have to just make a quick adjustment, and then I'll be back in like 2 seconds if that's the case. But I'm just waiting. Sorry if it seems a bit weird. Okay, I'm looking at it now. I don't think it's that. It's a little loud. I don't know. People are saying it's loud, and people are saying it's quiet. So which is this? Is it loud or too quiet? Um, I'm just trying to get like a proper answer. Can someone answer me? Like, is it fine? Okay, sweet. Okay, we'll start now because the thing is, you're getting it a bit after, like a bit late. So I'm just making sure. But like, if it starts to I'll take this out because I don't need it. If it starts to drop, just let me know so I can make an adjustment. There's no lag. Okay, sweet. That's the thing I was worried about because last stream I was on like a delay. I did that on purpose to avoid some lag, and people said it worked good. So I thought I would step it up and see if I can basically make it less of a delay. It's loud and quiet. I think that's because I went quiet. I wasn't talking. It's currently 4 o'clock where I am. So I was actually watching Punisher. I'm up to episode. I just finished episode 9, so I'm up to episode 10. So there's 4 episodes left. So I'll watch 2 episodes probably tonight, and then another 2 episodes tomorrow and finish it off. And episode, if you have, I don't know, if I'm not going to spoil, but episode 9 finishes on a pretty good ending. Like it's a bit like, ooh, what's going to happen from here ending. Not like a massive cliffhanger, just like a, ooh, this is getting very interesting. So has anyone watched The Punisher yet? And if so, without spoiling it, because if someone spoils it, I'll come for you. But yeah, like, has anyone watched it? Obviously, I'm a bit delayed, so I'm going to have to wait a bit. I know we're talking about Flash and Arrow, but I thought I'd start it off with Punisher, change it up a bit, just something different. We're going to need more. Yeah, I'm going to start doing more live streams. I might do one. Well, I'll do one tomorrow. I was going to do one tomorrow morning. It's 4 o'clock p.m. my time. So I was thinking maybe tomorrow morning I might do one. I'll see how I feel. If I wake up and I can be bothered with live stream, then I'll do it. And if there's enough to talk about as well. Do you need to watch the other shows to watch Punisher? Probably just Daredevil. I'm just trying to think, do they reference anything else? If they have, I haven't heard it. Because I don't know when, I think, like Daredevil, I guess season 2 of Daredevil, that's about it. So far I'm liking Punisher. Yeah, I'm liking, there is like, I've heard a comment, like apparently I don't know if it got bashed in reviews, but it got definitely not the best reviews compared to, say, some of the other Netflix Marvel shows apart from Iron Fist. Um, But I think it's just because, I think it's, like, I saw a lot of people complaining about the violence and stuff. I was like, well, it's Punisher, what do you expect? Could I make a gaming channel? I would never make a, nah, not at this stage. Like, I'm open to, like, playing games on a live stream. I could make it that I start a Twitch channel if you wanted to. And maybe the live chat on the stream is frozen. Oh, sorry. Let me fix that. Actually don't need that. So just give me 2 seconds because hopefully this will make it not lag. Okay, hopefully. Sorry, I've just got to... this is from Sam Heinrich, and he goes, so is Prometheus Tommy or Adrian Chase? What's going on with Oliver in that photo that looks like Oliver is saying goodbye to Felicity? So what Sam's talking about here is, in one of the promo images, I did do a video on it, there's a photo of Oliver hugging Felicity, and Oliver's got basically black arrows, which are Prometheus, but then he's also got the quiver of the evil version of Green Arrow in his, like, it's like got the red lines, like the red detailing and stuff. So what makes me think is that he defeats the Red Arrow. I'm just going to call him Red Arrow because it makes sense. And then he gets Prometheus's arrows. I don't know why he's like, it's like joining together to make this like bunch, like a mega archer. But yeah, sorry, I just got to click Sam's question again before it goes away. So is Prometheus Tommy or Adrian Chase? I'm 99.9% sure that it is Tommy. And I think you're not going to. I don't think we're going to see too much of Prometheus. I think Prometheus is just going to be in that opening episode. To be completely honest, if like I had to put a bet on it, but yeah, but like what Sam's done there is Super Chat. If you don't know what Super Chat is, I didn't really talk about my last live stream because last live stream was a test. If you were there, that was awesome. If you were there, and you'd know that I was just getting used to everything because this is like the second live stream I'm doing on my channel. But what you can do with Super Chat is that if you do it, your question will pop up and I'll 100% answer it. But I'll definitely answer some questions that I see. But if, yeah, I can't answer every question. But if you do like donate or Super Chat, I'll 100% answer the question. But what was I talking about? Well, it's not a spoiler alert. It's not a spoiler alert if it's just my opinion. I'm just guessing. A spoiler alert would be like if I saw a set picture of Colin Donnell, who plays Tommy Merlin, in the Prometheus suit on set, and I told you, that would be a spoiler, but that's just me guessing, and I'm pretty damn sure it's going to be Prometheus Tommy. Oh, sorry, I got like a mad dry throat. But yeah, what I was going to say, I've got Flash and Arrow in the title. I'm only going to live stream for about, it's 10 past 4 at the moment, my time, so it's probably 10 past whatever hour. Yeah, Super Chat is like, down here you'll see like the emoji button, then there's like a $sign. If you click that $sign, you can like click send Super Chat, and you put like an amount, and then you write a comment. You know, I think it's something, I don't know. I'm new to it. I've just been told to like talk about it. What was I going to say? Yeah, I've got Flash and Arrow in the title, but we can talk about Legends, obviously, just the whole Arrowverse, and even some other stuff. But I was talking about Punisher before I got sidetracked with Sam's question, but obviously Sam donated, so he got the preference. Punisher, it's just it's a bit inconsistent. I think it gets a bit not boring, just a bit like slow, and then like you get an action scene, like get your blood pumping, and then it dies down. Like I don't like the CIA stuff. I think it's a bit boring, but I understand why they're doing it. But I'm not going to tell you why they're doing it because that would spoil some things that are coming with certain characters. Even though I haven't finished it, I have a feeling I know what they're doing with the CIA side of the story. Oh, of the show, might I say. And, yeah, so we talk about Supergirl Legends along with Flash and Arrow, and I did upload my Supergirl review earlier on. If you haven't checked that out, I've actually linked it in my description here. So it says latest video, that's my Supergirl review. And also, if you've watched my Supergirl video, it would be awesome if you could tell me what you think of the new review style I've done, where obviously it's like, you know, sort of like this, but with my actual proper camera, and I even chuck like the trailer in there just to mix it up a bit. So tell me if you like that. Because I would like to, skew, if that's the correct term to use, into that style of review. So let me know if you enjoy that. Sorry if I keep drinking water. It's just because as I said, my throat's a bit dry. My name, Pagey. Okay, that's from Muhammad. He asked me to do that, so I thought I'd do it. I might not talk spoilers about Supergirl just because, obviously, either people have just watched or like might be saving it, so I don't really want to talk about Supergirl's episode. But I'll feel free to give if you want to ask any other questions in regards to the other Supergirl, not other Supergirl stuff, the other shows that I just don't really want to talk about the current episode of Supergirl, but I will talk crossover stuff. So if you want to know anything about the crossover, just let me know. And sorry if I've just moved the live chat up and down. I've just realised I've done that. I'll just try and fix it now. Sorry about this. And hopefully we are sweet there. No, I've gone a bit too high. It's just because it's a bit delayed on my actual receiver, so I've got to do it and then wait 2 seconds and then see if it's good. Okay, that should be sweet now. Okay. Inspired by you, I'm starting my own channel. That's awesome, Winchester. Yeah, that's the thing about YouTube. Sometimes you have your own inspiration, your own motivation, but that's the thing. It's awesome when I hear people say that when they start channels or do a certain thing that's based on me, whether it just be making a Twitter account because they wanted to follow me and stuff like that, which is awesome. And also, small plug, if you have Twitter, my Twitter link is in the description as well if you want to go check that out. It's just there along with my Instagram, my Snapchat, which I don't really use my Instagram or Snapchat too much, but when I'm going overseas in exactly 2 weeks from now, I'll be using them a lot. So if you want to go follow them as well, that'd be awesome. Yeah, also, obviously, this is a worldwide group we got here. What time is it everywhere? Because it's about 4:15 here in Brisbane in Australia, so that's about 5:15 in Sydney and Melbourne. So what time is it elsewhere in the world? I'm actually interested. Who will die in the crossover? That's an interesting question from Jack the Boss. It's I don't know, there's been a confirmed grave thing, but then we also had the Felicity thing come up the other day, which makes you think, oh, okay, was it just that Felicity thing where it's maybe Earth X Felicity that I was talking about? It's hard to tell. There's a lot of twists and turns with the whole news coming from the crossover. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's such a big event. I do like when shows have stakes. So I would like to see it. Someone possibly die. You're on the Gold Coast. That's awesome. I was at the Gold Coast 2 weeks ago? I think not last weekend, the weekend before. Oh god, I've lost track of time. It was either 2 weekends ago or the weekend before that. How's Battlefront 2 going? It's decent, has issues. I don't know. I don't know if anyone does this, but EB Games or I guess maybe GameStop in America does it. You can have the game for a week and then you can trade it in. I'm honestly contemplating it. I'd have to do it by Saturday. I think I got Battlefront 2. I think it was Saturday, so I might do that. But I don't know. I'm still playing and I'm enjoying it. It's just that it takes just so long to get into a game, and then you get into a game there's 2 people in there. You have to wait even longer, so it's a bit annoying. Yeah, Supergirl doesn't air properly in Australia until what 7:30 or 8:30 or something. Why don't the Earth X Nazis speak German? I think it's just so it's just easier to what do you call it? Sorry, I just got a super chat from, I can't see the name. It's AW. I don't make vids. It's lit. Is that the actual channel name? I think it is. Okay, I was confused then. He goes, what order are the episodes in? The episodes are in. Sorry, I've just got. Okay, I got some other ones from Sam. The episode orders are Supergirl, and so it's basically the normal episodes. Whenever the episodes normally air, that's when they are. Apart from Arrow, Arrow's moving to after Supergirl just for next week, and then that's the 1 week, and then when we get to the mid-season finales, Arrow will go back to its normal night. So it's Supergirl and Arrow on one night. So the night Supergirl's usually on That's when Supergirl's on. That's followed by Arrow, and then Flash and Legends on their normal time. So it's only a 2-night crossover this year, which I think works better. I think it's actually smarter to do it that way. But thanks for the super chat and the question. I don't make vids. I think it was a really confusing username. Sorry. I've got to get through these quick. So Sam's asked, have you seen the game based off all the Arrowverse shows made by Techosaurus? Justice League general thoughts, ratings for Arrow and Justice League. The Arrowverse game, I've seen it like months ago. I haven't seen a recent thing. So if anyone wants to link it, that'd be awesome. Or link it to me on Twitter. That's probably the best place to do it. Justice League general thoughts. I loved it. I know it has issues. That's the thing. I knew it was a flawed movie, but I loved it. We talked more about it in the last live stream, and I will do a live stream with DJ Eric in the next couple of days where we'll go into spoiler talk about Justice League. So, but yeah, in regards to Justice League general thoughts, I loved it. It was flawed. I love the team coming together. That was my favorite bit, and that's what I wanted to see in the movie. So I got what I wanted. And ratings for Arrow and Justice League, I'm very disappointed by the critic ratings for Justice League. They've definitely gone for its heart and tried to kill it before I even got a step, which is disappointing. And Arrow, yeah, its ratings are down. It's the lowest rated CW DC show, at least. Maybe until Black Lightning comes along. We'll have to wait and see what Black Lightning's like in regards to its reception. Disappointing for Arrow, but you know they're doing some weird things which they really need to work on. And like, I think it's just season 5 was up such a high scale that season 6 was never going to live up to that. But I don't know. Richard Dragon's an interesting character, or Ricardo Diaz, so hopefully people stick around. It was disappointing that the Deathstroke episodes didn't drag in more people, though. That's a bit worrying. But Eduardo Cortez, you said that maybe the Wave Rider can travel to other Earths, but have you thought maybe Cisco opens a portal for the Wave Rider because they need it on Earth X? That's actually an interesting thought by Eduardo. I actually never thought of that. And Cisco was driving the Wave Rider, so that's... My mind is... I'm trying to contemplate all this information Eduardo just possibly put into my head there. Yeah, that's actually a really good thought, Eduardo. Yeah, I'm just trying to like contemplate it all. It makes sense because Cisco was driving the Wave Rider, and then you makes you think, well, wouldn't one of the Legends drive the Wave Rider in that situation? So maybe Cisco is opening portals. It'd take a lot of power, but maybe if he's like attached to the Wave Rider, he can somehow do it. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but that's an interesting thought. So yeah, that was awesome, Eduardo. Actually, I just actually making sure the live chat's in the right spot. Yeah, it is. Hello everyone that's coming in now. I'm just making sure that it's all good. Do you think that Batman will be on Earth X? That's from Daniel. I don't know. I would have liked if they possibly have if they had other characters popping up. Like I would have liked if they had like an evil Superman. That would have been really awesome. Just to like, you know, because we had Superman on Supergirl, so why can't we have this Superman over here? I guess it's maybe because Justice League literally came out like 2 weeks ago, so that might be the issue that they face. But it would have been awesome if we saw some other heroes over there, even more the Freedom Fighters. But I don't know. My thoughts are that the Freedom Fighters are being captured by the Earth X villains in this crossover, because even we saw in the promo pictures, the Ray is in like the prison or the concentration camp sort of like get up. So yeah, that might be what's going on there. So they've all been catching, like the Ray's the only one that's escaped. Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing with Cisco. I don't know how big he can make his breaches, because the biggest we've usually seen them is like for him to get through. Like the biggest breach we've seen, I guess, that we've seen someone go through was Grodd, maybe, when Grodd went through that. That's probably the biggest one we've seen. Sorry, I'm just going to move my phone because it keeps lighting up. Hey everyone that's coming in, I don't know if you've been here for a while, you're just saying hey, or if you're joining in right now. Yeah, Augustin. Or Augustin, I think that's how you say it. Yeah, I thought it was weird that like, I did find it weird that like maybe, oh yeah, it's a bit weird that Mick Rory maybe. I think that scene's going to be hilarious when he sits down next to, what's his name? Captain Singh. I think that's going to be hilarious, because I think Captain Singh's going to like sit down, look over and just see Heatwave there and just be like, oh, what the hell? Like, aren't you meant to be in jail? Do you think we might see Ralph? Do you mean in the crossover? I don't know, maybe at the beginning, but I know Ralph's obviously not a part of it, which I'm just going to put down to the fact that he maybe isn't trained enough, similar to how Wally wasn't a part of the crossover last year, apart from the Flash episode. So that's what I'm going to say there. But it might be weird that he's not invited to the wedding. So I don't know. I didn't see him in any of the wedding photos. So I don't know. Maybe Iris gets the shits and doesn't invite him. How do you watch? I stream it. I stream it because I have to get my videos up and follow my schedule. I have to stream it. Like, yeah. So I just stream it. I don't torrent it. I just stream it. Thanks, Shadow Ninja, for the positive comment there. Will Captain Singh find out everyone's identities? Well, that's the thing. Like, even in that trailer that came out yesterday, if you haven't watched it, I uploaded a video on it earlier today. Yeah, like they all just go vigilante in like superhero mode. So unless they wait for everyone to get out, but even then, I think like Oliver's pulling out his bow like straight away. So weird. And Oliver just carried. I don't know if it's like it had like a white handle. I've never seen it before, so I don't know if it's like a little white thing. He pulls out and he like shakes it and it just goes and then turns into a, I don't know. It looked weird. Like it happened really quickly, so I have to wait and see what it's like. Do you think Jay Garrick is going to be a part of it? Nah. I'm surprised Jay Garrick hasn't been in this season yet. I'm very surprised. I think they're just trying to... I've said it before. I think they're just trying to limit the amount of speedsters on it. Last season was just too much speedster stuff going on. And I think that's what they're doing. I think we'll see Jay Garrick again this season. It just won't be for a while. But weird that he won't be at the wedding. Once again, like this wedding's going to cause a lot of like head scratching moments, and you're just thinking like, why wasn't that certain character there? Like it's a bit weird. I've lost my place again. Will Wally be fighting in the wedding because you see his lightning? Yeah, there's a shot quickly of Wally like pushing a soldier away, but Wally won't be fighting. He'll probably just be in the Flash episode. I think that's where Wally's going to be, but then he won't continue on. So I don't know if Wally's going to get taken away, maybe, but even then you don't really see him too much in anything else. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Wally punches someone. He punches one of the Earth X soldiers, or two of them or something. What do you? I just stream it on like a random website. I wouldn't be able to tell you. Like off the top of my head, it's like random numbers, or not numbers, like letters. I saw something that Oliver and Kara ended up together on Earth X. What's your thoughts? Yeah, I don't know. It was at Heroes, and if you don't know, if you're in America, you probably heard of it. Heroes and Villains Fan Fest is just like a convention sort of thing, but it's really like Arrowverse centric, and then they have like Gotham there as well, and Guardians of the Galaxy there, usually like the big ones that go there. And they did like a 2 truths and 1 lie, and it was like Oliver and Felicity kissing the crossover, Oliver and Kara kissing the crossover, and then it was like Oliver and Diggle kissing the crossover. So I don't know, they might do some Oliver and Diggle like fantasy stuff there, but fan fiction. But Oliver and Kara, I'm 100% sure it's the Earth X version of them. They're like a power couple, if that's the correct way to word it. I don't want Wally to join Legends, by the way. I'm not gonna be able to scroll up because it just loses my place. So if I quickly see a question, I don't want Wally to join Legends. I've said this in a video before, because the thing with Legends is that everyone has a weakness. Like they can be very powerful in certain situations, but all of them have a weakness. The only one that probably doesn't have a weakness is Nate. But if he isn't like he has to be like there, if that makes sense. He has to be like all there for him to use his powers. Yeah, Long Wang, mate. I'm not going to answer your stupid questions. Like you may as well stop doing it. The next Mega 4-channel crossover potentially on my channel. Yeah, if I set it up correctly, Sam. We got Boba this weekend. I'll mention it in a video. But if you guys know Boba Talks, the next like big crossover stream is on his channel this weekend. But yeah, I might do it on my channel when I get back from America. But yeah, in regards to Wally on Legends, all of the characters have like weaknesses, apart from, as I said, like Nate maybe. But he has to be like fully focused, if that makes sense. Like be fully fit for him to go steal. We've seen it on the show before, if he isn't like fully fit and all there, he can't go steal. Like when he's drunk or high or anything like that. Or even just slightly injured, he can't go steal. And then like Firestorm, they have to be together. And Ray has to have his suit. Amaya and Zari have to have their amulets and stuff like that. Mick, I guess, has to have his gun. And obviously Sarah is like highly skilled, but her weakness is that she's human. So yeah. So, but like if Wally went there, like speedsters are overpowered. He'd be way too overpowered for Legends. Do you need moderators for your live stream? I do, but I'm going to sort that out. Not now. Like, it'd be nice if I had a moderator now, but I'm going to try and sort it out. Wow, one of my mates is in here. Yeah, I'm going to sort that out later, like in the next stream. Like when it's like this isn't like a mad professional stream. This is just having a fun chat in the afternoon. Can you do a reaction of the Avengers Infinity War trailer? I've just lost it when it comes out. Maybe whenever it comes out. Here we got Naruto, who's written Arrow is going up against Thursday Night Football. That's why the ratings are so bad right now. Well, yeah, I had no idea that was the case because obviously I'm not in America. But yeah, thanks Naruto 0076. That's like I don't know. I'm surprised they did release like the mid-season premiere like time slots, and I'm surprised Arrow is staying where it is because Arrow is swapped with Riverdale, and I don't think Riverdale needed to swap. I think Riverdale could have stayed where it was, and it would have got the same amount of views because Riverdale got really, really popular over the off season. So I don't know. It's disappointing because if Arrow keeps dropping, it could be in trouble because it's not like the most expensive show to make, but it still takes a bit of money. And like I think like Stephen and Mel and stuff would be on a decent pay wage. And they got a lot of characters on Arrow. It's important to remember, like Arrow probably has one of the largest casts. Like it even rivals Legends, and that's saying something. Saying that Legends is actually like an ensemble show. But yeah, thanks Naruto for the super chat and the little statement because I had no idea that it was going up against Thursday Night Football. Yeah, it's okay. If you got to watch one of my videos right now, if you got to catch up, that's fine because the chat's just here to have a good time. Just come back because we'll be here for another about half an hour to an hour, whenever, just whenever, I guess. Are you excited to see Evil Oliver? I actually am, funnily enough, because technically we haven't seen Evil Oliver. We've seen Evil Barry because Savitar. And we've seen Evil Kara because of like Red. Oh, I guess you could say Red Kryptonite isn't exactly evil, but it's definitely not good. Like it's on the way there. So seeing like this Evil Oliver would be pretty cool, and I'm actually excited to see it go down. Hello from Melbourne. Hello Cecilia Pettigrew, fellow Australian from Melbourne. Did you see Runaways? Oh, have they released the 3 episodes? I thought Runaways didn't come out for a bit. If they've released Runaways, I might. No, I'll finish Punisher. And then I might get into Runaways because it looks interesting. I have no idea about the show, like about the comics and stuff like that. But I'm interested. It looks intriguing. It has a dinosaur in it. Like anything with dinosaurs, count me in. We just got a question from Sam there, so I've got to scroll up to get it. Sam once again goes, "Do you think Laura will get the redemption arc?" So obviously Sam's talking about Black Siren. I'd hope so. Like that's the thing I'm hoping that they're working towards, and I think it just matters how like her relationship with Caden James goes this season, and like that's the thing I want them to do because I think it just makes sense because you could tell at the end of season 5 that there was like still some good in her technically, but then obviously that stuff happened where like her dad or Quentin, like not her dad, but Quentin shot her and like left her for dead on Leanne Yu. So that could be an issue that they face in regards to her redemption arc because she's a bit salty over that. Do you think Malcolm Merlyn is still alive? I don't know. He's called the Magician, so he might be alive. Who knows? Rondi, mate, calm down. Calm down, Rondi. I've just seen your question now. No need to get all explicit. Oh, where did your question go? It's about Firestorm. Where's Firestorm? I'm assuming you mean in the the promo photos, like when they're on the ship, maybe? I think that's maybe what you're talking about. If not, let me know in the chat. I don't know. Because I think he's meant to have a big part in this crossover, so maybe he's like... Maybe one of them gets killed by the Earth X people. I did read the episode 9 synopsis, for Legends, and they do include Jax or they include Franz Drama, or however you pronounce his name, the guy that plays Jax, and also Victor Garber, who plays Martin Stein. In the synopsis, in like the extras, they don't actually say like what their roles are in that actual episode. So I don't know if that's them covering basis for them possibly dying in the crossover. I don't know, but the thing is that Franz Drama, who plays Jax, was in Australia for the past like 2.5 weeks, and they've been filming Legends. So think about that. So, well, I'm tripping out from all these questions. My eyes are just like not dealing with it. I don't have my glasses. They're somewhere else. I should have them on, but I don't. Will Barry call Blitzen Thorn on first sight, ready to attack him? I don't know. Well, is he Blitzen? Because Blitzen in the comics is like a female Earth X Flash. So I don't know if they're going to call it Blitzen. Like, has that been confirmed that it's called Blitzen, or is that just the code name that everyone's going for? If it's been confirmed, let me know. But I haven't heard anything. My real name's Alex. Iron Bear King dropping the $5 super chat like a legend. Just goes, just making sure, is Oliver the Führer? If so, pretty awesome to see Oliver versus Oliver, the leader of the Nazis versus the leader of the Justice League TV. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be like almost like, I'm trying to think of something that's not working in my head, but yeah, I think he's the Führer. Like they say, he goes like Heil Victory in the trailer. He goes like Heil Victory. I won't do it because someone will gif it and think I'm a Nazi. But Heil Victory, and they go Heil Führer. So and they're Heil Führering the Red Arrow, I'm pretty sure. So it's going to be awesome to just see that interaction. And yeah, I don't know. Some people were getting a bit annoyed because they did show the swastika in the trailer, and a lot of the time on TV they avoid that. They'll show like the what's the thing they usually show? Like it's just like the cross sort of. It's like a cross like that. I have a whiteboard here. Hold on, I'll draw it. This is the one time I'm going to be drawing something on stream, but let me just open my OBS so I can see what I'm doing. It's like that. Like that sort of thing. Instead of a swastika. So they actually did the swastika, which I'm actually surprised by. Yeah, so I don't know if they're going to get in trouble for that. I'm just going to actually erase this. Not really anything to do with the crossover. Oh, sorry, is that? Oh, no, okay, that's sweet. That's Iron Bear's super chat. Sorry, I just didn't realize it'd last that long. So I saw something about Wonder Woman being on Legends. She won't be on Legends. It's just an awesome Easter egg to have Helena Troy there. So I think that was really cool. Lucas, we already talked about this, but I'll mention it quickly just for new people that are in the stream. The order of the episodes goes Supergirl and Arrow on one night. So the night that Supergirl's usually on, Supergirl is on, followed by Arrow. Arrow is moving for that 1 week from its normal night to following Supergirl. And then the night after that, we have Flash and Legends on their normal time slot. So it's a 2-night crossover instead of a 4-night. I think if they were like on separate nights, they would have just done a 4-night. But I think just making a 2-night, sort of like 4-hour little mini movie 2-part thing is just the best way to go. Ramsey going to school in a couple of minutes. I don't know, that could suck, but it could also be good if you like school, hanging out with people. But enjoy school, I guess, and pay attention. Do you think Red Tornado will return to the Arrowverse? Well, really, this crossover is probably the way to do it, because in the Freedom Fighters show, Red Tornado is actually part of the Freedom Fighters. And they're based on Earth X, so they could have brought him into this crossover if they wanted to. I think they might mention him. That's the thing I'll go for. Or they might have, like, photos of him, maybe? I don't know. Did you watch the Supergirl Season 3, Episode 8? There is? Okay, hold on, let me get my phone out. I'm not going to watch it, I'll just see if it's out and I'll have a look at the thumbnail and stuff. Are you disappointed Wally or Ralph might not be in the crossover? Sort of, but they just would have been extra pieces there that wouldn't have really done anything. So maybe it's the better option that they weren't in the crossover. You know, sometimes too many cooks in the kitchen, if that makes sense. Did they release a Supergirl trailer? Oh yeah, they released a new trailer 35 minutes ago. Well, I might do a video on that. I don't know. I've just done so many Crisis on Earth X videos. I don't really want to... Hold on. Okay, we might hold on. Give me 2 seconds, and I might be able to bring it up. We might be able to watch it together on the screen. Just literally give me 2 seconds, guys. Sorry for this. It's a bit out there, but it's just a way that we might be able to watch it together. Just give me 2 seconds. Thanks for everyone that's watching, by the way. I'll try and get the trailer up. So I'm running off a MacBook at the moment, so it's not the fastest, so I can't really have too many windows open. It's taking its sweet time, but I'll just quickly close it. Do you think Cecile, her baby, is Daniel West from the comics? Maybe. They could go for that if they wanted to. Why is this taking so long? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, there we go. I think it just fixed itself then. Yeah, it did. Just make sure I'm not missing out on any decent questions. Yeah, basically sort of doing like a live reaction now. If this wants to work, like it's taken its sweet time. Oh, here we go. Okay. This is going to just... I probably won't do a video on this, so this is your like your little our game for the day. Okay. This is going to cover up the chat for a bit, so sorry about that, but let's hope it's just let me get it up. Okay. We can play it a couple times, so if people want to watch it again, but we'll... Okay, here we go. They have a weapon. Okay, it's not playing the actual thing, so that's a bit annoying. Let's get to work. I'm just going to watch it, just see what it's like. Everyone you care about. There's no real new footage here.
Failure's not an option.
It's not new footage. Yeah, this is the exact trailer that we broke down 2 days ago. I'm just trying to see if there's any new footage. Nah, it's the... Sorry guys, that's the exact... It's not a new one. So it's the exact same one as we had a couple of days ago. Have I muted myself? I have not. Sweet. Ooh. I'm 24. The Blader 2720. Okay, if you didn't see that trailer, that's Is there another trailer? I don't really want to do it now, to be completely honest. Is the new trailer like the 2.5 minute ones? If that's the case, I did it this morning. I did it like 9 hours ago, if not 10 hours ago. I did it basically as soon as... Yeah, I've done that. If everyone is talking about this new 2.5 minute trailer, I did it... I think I was like the first one to do a video on it. I did it like ages ago. I did it like 7 o'clock this morning, which was like 9 to 10 hours ago. It's on my channel. It should be the Supergirl video, and then there should be that video as well. So it's already up there. Actually, I shouldn't close that. It makes too much noise when I open it. Thoughts on the actors' portrayals of the Justice League? I thought they were really good. Like Ezra Miller, like a lot of people saying, "Oh, Ezra Miller's this, he's not playing it well." It was like, well, he's sort of a mixture between Barry and Wally. Like he's sort of got like that more like comedic side that Wally has, you know, cracking the jokes and stuff like that. But then he's like half barrier, half volley. Like, Sam, mate, if you don't, you don't have to drop money if you're like you're running short. Like, just yeah, you don't have to. Like, please don't. But yeah, thanks for the support, Sam. That's awesome. I just want to read it. Last super chat because I'm broke. This face. I supported your channel for a while now. Love the content. Keep it up. This house is bitchin'. This house is indeed bitchin'. Did you put the hashtags or did that do that? Because that's weird. Like, if they whatever. But yeah, thanks Sam for that. That's awesome. Appreciate it, dude. I was making sure that the yeah, sweet. Who do you think the ultimate hero this year is in the crossover? Well, it could be Firestorm maybe because he might sacrifice himself. Take that out because I don't need it. I'm not installed, no. I think I've seen the one you're talking about. It shows Blitzen quickly and he has the mask. Sorry for covering my mouth because you probably couldn't hear me. He's got the mask on and stuff. It's like a lot of basically the same footage and that's really like the only new thing of footage. Why did you delete your video? What video? I didn't delete any video. Oh, I deleted a video this morning. That was the trailer breakdown. That's because it was copyright issues. And I got a new one up in like 10 minutes. So if you started to watch that and it deleted or you couldn't watch it anymore, that the same video is up there now. X Gudgo X. No, I have not finished The Punisher. I'm up to episode... I said it before. I finished episode 9. So I got 4 episodes left. So I got 10, 11, 12, and 13. Football ends in a few weeks, so ratings will rise. Does it? Does it go on like break for like Christmas and stuff like that? I don't know. Yeah, because I'm going to America in like 2 weeks, and I'm going to an LA Rams game when I'm over there. But thanks Naruto for that. That's awesome. Favorite Arrowverse actor? I like Stephen Amell. I think he's a good guy. I think he's a tough guy. I thought the Justice League Flash had pretty decent CGI. Apart from that, I think it's like that end scene where he's running. Without spoiling it, like right at the end, it just looks weird. That one scene looks weird. I think that's a reshoot, and it wasn't done very well. This is from Nora Shafi, and they go, Pagey, you're my favourite YouTuber, and is Diggle in the crossover, I'm assuming that means, in the Crows, or in the Cross. Diggle's in the crossover, but I think maybe some stuff might happen in Arrow this week that might explain why he's not in the crossover. So, yeah, because if you remember from last crossover, like, Diggle was, like, a part of it. Like, he was, like, in the stick of it, so... Sorry. There must be obviously the tremors and stuff like that. So maybe the rest of Team Arrow, I guess it's only Oliver and Felicity now, learn of his tremors and maybe he's sits on the sideline. But yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Because he's in... Was he even in the wedding stuff? I can't remember even being in the wedding stuff. So maybe he goes somewhere. Maybe he goes to work with Argus or something for that week. I don't know. But yeah, like they really haven't explained it. Because the only thing I've seen Diggle in regards to the crossover is when he's doing that double wedding. Right at the end, or it could be right at the end. We'll have to wait and see. But that's the only thing I've seen at Diggle. What happened to the Philosopher's Stone from Dylan Dower 2000? I don't know. To be honest, guys, season 3, it's just like the back half of season 3 is just like slowly leaked out of my brain. I think I've purged most of it. Because a lot of it didn't make sense. And the writers have, like, basically confessed without confessing that, like, season 3, the end of it, was a bit of a mess. Oh, by the way, can you tell me, when I played that trailer before, could you hear it? Could you hear that trailer playing? Just let me know. Could you hear the noise? Or could you only just see the picture? Let me know. Because I have no idea if you could hear it or not. Because if everyone wants, I'll play the 2.5 minute trailer for you if you want to see it again. Will they kill Caitlyn? They'll never kill Caitlyn. Caitlyn's got too much potential there for them to kill it. For them to kill her, might I say. Thanks for tagging in Comics Dude Jo. Thanks for being here. So you could hear it, okay. Well, I'll play the 2.5 minute one then. Okay, well, strap yourselves in because we'll play, give me 2 seconds.
What can I say? I got the girl.
Cheers, Iris, to your big day.
Yay! Thanks, girls. It feels so good to just be away from it all.
I can't believe you're really doing this. If I can have my happy ending, so can you. I'm supposed to be the all-knowing mentor.
Barry, Iris, thank you for showing me how to love again. For showing me that love is the most important thing we have.
Yeah, okay. See that wave rider that just drove by? That actually had the Nazi stuff in it. So the Earth X people have a wave rider. I didn't notice that in my trailer breakdown. People pointed that out to me. So that's awesome. So that's how they get from Earth to Earth.
Get everybody out of here!
So they're one to travel to the multiverse. So I'm thinking that our Legends wave rider was going to do that. That's an awesome shot there. That's great. That's great jump. Cisco breaches the thing and Oliver jumps through. That was awesome.
Why would Nazis from 1945 want to crash my wedding?
Crab legs. They're delicious.
Obviously, this is the part where people got confused about
There are 52,
the whole Earth
actually.
53 thing.
53rd Earth.
There's a 53rd Earth.
It's called Earth X.
This could be a bit. See, there's the swastika.
They want someone
usually they could have
to
done that little
bow
thing I showed
to
before the
worship,
cross.
to lead. What you're doing is not leading.
And yeah, with that, apparently that's a red Earth, so I think Overbear's not powered by the Earth. I'm just muting it. I'm just muting it here for a quick second because there is some music here that I don't really want to be playing. And I'll put it back on when that music's sort of gone. Awesome team shots here. Okay, I'll
Thanks for your help. We're not done helping yet. Our enemies are still on your Earth, Ollie.
Don't call me that.
Give it time, I'll get through that crusty exterior.
No, you really won't.
I was talking to you.
Crisis on Earth X. Crossover event starts.
Okay, so yeah, like that trailer was awesome. Is Oliver the Führer in this? Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure he's the Führer. I think we actually had a question about that. Yeah, we did. Yeah, the Hulk collab, that was out of this world. No, I'm not married. Coltano123. Who would you think would win, the Reverse Flash or Barry? Well, like, we did see Barry. Oh no, he didn't, did he? Because Eddie shot himself. So that's the thing. The awesome thing they've done with Reverse Flash on the show. They actually haven't seen him lose to Barry. Barry has never beaten the Reverse Flash technically. You could count when he went back for Flashpoint, but he sort of like blindsided him. So I don't know if you could really count that. Yeah, one of the common questions has been around this thing, like, are there infinite Earths or are there 52/53 Earths? And it really matters, like, the interpretation of the comics. From memory, at the moment in DC, it's 52 Earths. Like, it is 52 Earths. So that's what they're really doing for the shows. Even though I think in like season 2 or something, Harry said something about like there being infinite Earths. It's a bit confusing. I think they like twist and tangle themselves a lot of the time. Wally's going to be in the crossover in the first episode at least. Maybe the last one. We'll have to wait and see. Of course I love you, Strung Buckle. What do you think about the Legion of Superheroes? I'm excited. I'm excited to see how they do it. I don't know. I'm a bit worried. I'm like hesitant. I'm like what's it? Anxious, like nervous, excited. Like that's the best way to put it. Yeah, I think I said that in my video. I think the whole first episode is going to be basically like what our heroes are doing at the moment, getting to the wedding, pre-wedding celebrations, actual wedding crashes 2.0, Wedding Crashes the sequel, Vince Vaughn isn't in it, and then something happens at the end of that, and that's where the Arrow episode kicks off. Who's your favourite speedster? Reverse Eobard Thawne. Like on this, yeah, Eobard Thawne. He's just both interpretations of him have been really good. Yeah, it's evening. It's roughly 10 to 5 currently. So I'll end this live stream in about half an hour or something. We'll go for another half an hour. I didn't want to do too long, but tomorrow morning I might do a longer video. Yeah, I'd say the multiverse is sort of confusing. Like they keep changing their minds. I think at the moment in DC it's 52. I'm pretty sure it's 52. Like they've narrowed it down just because it can get really confusing if you have infinite Earths. So they've just tried to narrow it down to 52 Earths, so it's just easier. How do you feel about Olicity? Not positive. That's just, like keeping it short. Not positive. Will Sarah find out about Black Siren during the crossover? I would hope so, but it doesn't look like that's going to be a thing. By the way, guys, like I know people are saying I'm not reading their questions, but the thing is, there's a lot of questions coming up. If you want your question like 100% answered, like Super Chat is the only way that's really going to happen. And I guess if I pick out your question, it's just luck, really, in regards to this. But Super Chat's the way to for me to like 100% answer it. Like, the thing is, I can't like focus in too much because it hurts my eyes. I might get my glasses in 2 seconds if it's going to help. This is the one I'm saying. Will Snowberry, ever happen, and will the original Firestorm be on Earth X? Do you mean like Ronnie? Well, interesting thing is that Robbie Amell, who plays Ronnie, was actually in Vancouver around the time of the crossover film. Like around, I'm not saying like specifically he was there, but around. So he could make an appearance. But they could make him, maybe he's like a prisoner on Earth X or something. Maybe he's Firestorm over there, but he's Super Chat is that little like $ thing under the chat. So where you normally type, like directly under that, there's like a little. I'll draw it. Drawing with Pagey. We'll do it again. Bob Ross, who? This is me. So it's like. God, that could have started off as a swastika. It's like that. Hopefully you can see that. This whiteboard is actually coming in handy. I need to clean it though, but it's coming in handy, like very handy. Just 2 hours and 46 minutes till Supergirl in New South Wales. It's a good episode. Like, it definitely furthers the plot, and I think it was a good episode to have before the crossover because it does a lot that they don't really have to force into the mid-season finale after the crossover. Have you seen Justice League? I've seen it twice, and I will see it again on Thursday. So not tomorrow, but the next day I'll be seeing it again. Shout me off. Do you mean shout me out, cool guy? Because shout me off could mean a completely different thing. When do you think Roy will return to Arrow? Well, funnily enough, is Colton Haynes actually tweeted out saying something like soon or something. So I think he's coming back to Arrow this season, but not in the next, like, it won't be before like episode 12 or something. Like, it'll be like later in the season. Yeah, Super Chat's basically like donating. So it's like, you know, you donate. It's like on Twitch when you donate, like bits or something, and you leave a comment. It's basically the YouTube version of that. Can people stop? I'm like, nice guy. I'm sorry, mate, but like, don't spam. If you spam, I'm gonna have to like block you or like mute you or something, because it's just like there's already enough stuff going on at the moment. When people are spamming, it just makes it 27 times harder. It's Justice League out. Yeah, it's been out for like a week, like a real week on. Has it almost been? Yeah, it'll be a week on Thursday, like in Australia at least. Are you watching The Gifted? So boring. Is it actually boring? I thought it was actually going good. I watched like the first 2 or 3 episodes, or maybe just watched the first episode. I'm thinking of Inhumans actually. I think I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes of Inhumans, but I think I've only watched the first episode of The Gifted. I thought it was decent, but I thought there was just too much going on in regards to watching TV shows, so I thought I'd leave it for a bit. What time is it? It's almost 5 o'clock, so it's like 3 minutes to 5. 4th time confused Pug. Jesus, I thought I'd seen it a decent amount of time. But then again, I would have gone and seen it today, but Supergirl. So I've been like busy, like I'm organising before I go overseas. I don't want to do too much. I want to try and relax before I go over. I just think Elongated Man isn't in the crossover just due to the fact that he isn't trained enough. Basically similar to like Wally last season. I can't pronounce your name. I'm so sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. I wish I could. I can't pronounce his name. I'm sorry. I don't want to be offensive, but I'm sorry I can't pronounce his name. Because, hey, what do you think about Legends exploring the multiverse? It's not that expensive. I want it to be a bit like Star Trek, maybe a bit like Voyager. Yeah, that's the thing. I hope, as I said in that trailer we showed earlier, that one of the Wave Riders, when it like comes down like that, it has. I don't think it had a swastika. I think it had that little cross thing, like this thing. I was talking about. I'm sorry if you can hear that squeaking. That is killing my ears. It had like that on the side of the Wave Rider. So it's obviously an Earth X, like their villains version of the Wave Rider. Interesting, like how they got it. Maybe they stole it from another. Maybe they stole it from another time, like another group. Who knows? But the Legends might be like, well, hey, they could go through the multiverse, so why can't we? So the Legends might figure out, or like the Wave Rider might already have it. It's just like a function that Rip never used. Because really, when have they had to use it? Never. So that could basically set up a lot of stuff for next season if they do that. Yeah, that noise. God, it killed. Yeah, honestly, people don't just donate if you want to. Like it helps the channel obviously, but if you got like $3 in your bank account, don't donate $3. Thanks, nice guy, awesome, $1 donation. But like, yeah, is that what it is? Air Forces? Okay, well that makes sense. Like Wave Rider, Air Force. But even then, like certain things like they will replace the swastika with that symbol. Like where you'd usually see a swastika, they'll replace it with that sort of symbol or something like that. This is from Rahil, and he goes, Will Supergirl get darker now that like Kara's ex is now married? Sort of spoilers for Supergirl. I didn't realize before I said that, but I've already said it, so I may as well continue. I don't know. I think it's just going to start some sort of like romantic tension, which I'm not all for, to be completely honest. Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather like that's the thing I said. Even like going into like Supergirl from a couple of episodes, it's like, well, when Mon-El's coming back, that's fine because I actually like the Mon-El character. But when him and Kai are together, they aren't the best characters because like Mon-El gets pushed up to the point where he just becomes a bit annoying, and then Kai gets pushed down to the point where it's just like, well, is this her show anymore? She's not really Supergirl anymore. She's like average girl. So yeah, I don't know. I have to wait and see. I'd like to see how it plays out because they could surprise me. Who is Earth X Prometheus? I think it's Tommy. That's not a spoiler because I haven't seen any set pictures with him. But I think it's Tommy. Just because like it'd be like a nice like nod to the theories from last season where everyone thought, including myself, that Tommy Merlin could be Prometheus. This is from Juan. He goes, when do you think Elongated Man could get his actual suit? He'll have that grey suit for a bit, but he'll eventually get a new suit. I don't know if it'll be like amazing, but he'll get a new suit that will look better. Thanks, nice guy, for the $2 New Zealand dollars donation. I'm sorry for spamming, bro. I love your bits. Hey, it's not spam. You're helping the channel out. That's awesome. But thanks for that, nice guy. Do you think kryptonite would be used against Overgirl? Maybe. Like, that's the thing. I don't know if, like, they might change it up. Maybe kryptonite doesn't. Maybe red kryptonite hurts her. Maybe they might change it up. Because they had in that trailer, we had, like, the red sun hurting Supergirl, but it didn't seem to be affecting Overgirl. So it was like, she must be affected differently. Trent, I just talked about The Gifted quickly then. I've watched, like, the first episode, but I'll probably watch it in the mid-season... Oh, sorry, in the mid-season break for all the shows when I have time. So you're dangerous guy, aka Sparksy Chill. Have a good sleep. I feel like sleeping at the moment. It's only 5 o'clock, so I'll try and get to later. So I'm not like waking up at like 1 a.m. or something. Darmil, you can donate money through the little super chat thing, which is like a symbol under the text box, which sort of looks like that. This whiteboard is coming in extreme handy. It's very handy. This whiteboard. I think I've only drawn like 3 things and just drawn them over and over again, but still, it's still handy. Well, I've drawn swastikas, that little cross, and a dollar sign. If someone walked in and saw those 3 symbols, I'd think something weird's going on. I'll just make sure everything's sweet. I thought I might have moved the chat over. That's okay, Jared. Have a good day and have hope. Oh, I hated English assignments. I was actually good at English, but I hated doing the assignments because it just messed with your head. But good luck with that, Jared. Yeah, the noise, Haley. It's a killer. I should get like a just a tissue or something because the noise is gonna like give me an earache and make my ear bleed or something. Shout out to Daniel Cadenas. Whiteboard saves the day. Whiteboard does save the day. Daniel, why isn't Diggle in the crossover? I think someone super chatted a question earlier on about that. I think it has something. We'll have to wait until Arrow this week. That's probably the best way to see, because I think something on Arrow might have an effect on why he isn't prominent in the crossover. We know he's in the crossover right towards the end, but in regards to the rest of it, like, I don't know. There must be a reason he's not. Get a new marker. It's not the marker. It's the actual like wiper thing, which is like dead. But at the moment, I can't really do anything. My name is Alexander, not Alejandro. That'd be pretty cool though. Alejandro, just walking around, especially in Australia. Like, people give you like a bit of a, oh, that's a unique name. Do you think the writing for Iris is bad? It's not. It's definitely not good. That's all I'll say. I don't really want to get too much into it. How many more seasons do you think Arrow will be? I think we'll get to season 7, but I think it's after that, depending on like whether they think ratings can stand up or not. What time is it for you? It is currently 5:05, so I'll stream for another about half an hour to 35 minutes, or 25 to 30 minutes, one of the two. But I'll give everyone like a 5-10 minute warning before I jump off. What happened to the evil black suit Barry we saw in Freedom Fighters? Yeah, so if you haven't seen like the little like teaser, I guess it was from Comic-Con, it had like a black suited Arrow, black suited Supergirl, which we are getting in the crossover, but then it had a black suited Flash, which was Barry Allen. But obviously in the crossover we have a yellow suited one, which is like a Harrison Wells. So they might have changed it for the crossover, or they might have made it that maybe that black suited speedster is elsewhere, and there's just this other yellow suited speedster. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Do you think we'll see the Green Arrow in the DCU? I think it'd be almost silly not to. Just because of, like, I know Arrow isn't like the most popular of the comic book shows, but it's like still got a very popular, big fan base for the most part, and Green Arrow I think is one of the best-selling DC Rebirth titles, so why wouldn't you? It's a pretty cool character. Like, I think once people get to know him. Like, he's my favourite comic book character. If you've watched my videos for a while, you'd know Green Arrow is my favourite character. Do you think Wally West is going to make a surprise return and fight with everyone? He's in the first episode, but apart from that, he's not in anything else. So I don't know what's going on there. Like, he just leaves and goes, hey, Nazis, not my thing. So yeah, I don't know if that's what he's doing, but yeah. Someone said, do I hate Iris? I don't hate Iris. I don't like the writing, though. They really don't know what to do with the character. And the thing is, it just frustrates a lot of people because there's potential there. Like, do the journalism stuff. Do the journalism stuff. And they don't do it. Like, the fact that she's leading Team Flash at the moment is just ridiculous. I don't know what they were doing there. This is from LD, and he goes, what's your best guess on how the Thinker's appearance changes? Because you see him normal as a Thinker in the Blue Room, and then... yeah, and then outside you see him normal. I don't know. I know this week's episode, tomorrow's episode, actually, but who left that? Was that LD? Okay, sweet. I'll leave it up for a second. Tomorrow's episode of The Flash is basically all about the Thinker. So we're getting some present-day, like, Thinker stuff where he's sort of playing, thinking games or mind games with Barry. But then I think the flashbacks are actually going to be a way for us to connect to the Thinker. And I did see some promo images, like there's a shot of the Thinker with a cane. So it's like it's going to slowly show his decline into being in that wheelchair. So I think it's going to be interesting. But in regards to how he's in the Blue Room and then he's outside, I don't know. I'm actually really confused. One of the popular theories is that the Thinker that we're seeing in the Blue Room is from the future. Or from another Earth, one of the two. But I don't know how each of them work out. Like, if he's from the future, wouldn't he have already experienced what's happening in current day? So I don't know what's happening there, unless he's trying to change what happened in the past by sending messages to his past self. It's confusing. So hopefully they explain some part of that this episode. Because, yeah, it is a bit confusing. But thanks, LD, for the question. That's really the best answer I could get because I'm still confused by it as well. And I think a lot of people are as well. But, yeah, thanks for the super chat and the question. This is from Christian Mallet. $5 super chat. Awesome. Thanks, dude. And he goes, do you think Firestorm will be separated by the end of the crossover? And if so, will Harry be the one to separate them? That's actually interesting because, yeah, Harry would be a good, person to bring into it. Yeah, it would be interesting to see if Harry's the one. But in regards to Firestorm being separated by the end of the crossover, I think by the mid-season finale of Legends they'll be separated, but it's still a possibility that in the crossover they could be separated, and that could be like the end of Firestorm for what we have at the moment. Because as I did say, Franz Drama, who plays Jax, has been in Australia for the past 2 weeks, and they have been filming Legends. So unless there's like a break where Jax just isn't a part of an episode for a bit and he comes back later, we'll have to wait and see. But Victor Garber's like starting a new thing in January, so he's definitely not coming back for a while, if not at all. So, but thanks, Christian, for the donation and the question. But it would be interesting to see if Harry was a part of that. This is from J-Mac, and he got about Gotham and why I don't do reviews on it. I watched Gotham. I actually watched the most recent episode yesterday. Iron Bear, I'll answer your question in 2 seconds. I'll quickly get through this question. In regards to why I don't review, it's on the same day as Arrow. I could do the thing where, like, Legends and stuff, how I do Legends, like, the day after and stuff. But it's too much. No need to do bonus videos and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's just a bit too much. But I'll just quickly get to Iron Bear's question. He goes, $2 donation, thanks for that, dude. And he goes, thoughts on Ricardo Diaz so far? Very intense guy. Well, that's the thing. I saw a lot of people complaining that he didn't feel that threatening, which I was like, oh, yeah, but I think he's playing that. I think he's trying to fool Team Arrow into thinking that he's just like this street-level drug dealer. Like, there's not much of a threat. There's a threat, but he's like Tobias Church-level threat. You know Tobias Church from last season? The opening of that? I think that's what he's trying to do. Like, I don't know if he knew of Tobias Church, but that's what the level he's trying to, like, make Team Arrow think he is. And then he's just going to be like, at some point in the back half of the season, he's just going to go, hey, you stuffed up. You misjudged me. You underestimated me. And then you're going to go full-on Ricardo Diaz, Richard Dragon, fire-breathing badass on them. By the way, Ricardo Diaz can't breathe fire. Don't quote me on that. But he is a martial arts expert, so I'm excited to see how that plays. And I do like Kirk Acevedo, the guy who's playing him. So I think we have to wait because we only got a tease at him. And I don't even know if he's in this week's episode. I think he might be in episode 9, the mid-season finale, but I don't know if he's in this week's episode. But he's showing a lot of potential, and I am excited to see the rest of his story. Should Snowberry be a thing? If it works, like that's the thing. I don't like relationships being such a big part of superhero shows because it's just not needed a lot of the time. But if it worked, you could do it. Like, I think the only real relationship that's worked properly on The Flash so far has been, I guess you could say Ronnie and Caitlin, but that was like really short. And then like Barry and Patty. I think Barry and Patty were the best couple on the show so far, apart from Cisco and Gypsy. I do like Cisco and Gypsy. Nora just dropping a $2 donation. Just wanted to say that you're super cool. Thanks, Nora. Same to you. Will we see Gypsy again? Hopefully. I know she's doing something with another show, but I think she'll be back in the back half of this season. And maybe some Breacher again, Danny Trejo's character, because he was fun. Maybe in the 2-part little thing that they do every episode, every season. Sorry, they might do an Earth 19 episode and involve Gypsy and Breacher. Then that'd be pretty awesome. And might get to see Accelerated Man again. Oh, as soon as I said that, Ravano commented, "Is Accelerated Man going to return?" Hey, he could return in that 2-part. I think that's the best chance we have at him coming in, just because I think the show wants to avoid too many speedsters. Christian Mallet dropping the $2. Deagle won't be in the crossover. He'll be in rehab. Yeah, that's what I think. Did I say that, or did I say something else? Or I think he might be in recovery or something. But yeah, he might be in like some sort of rehab due to his drug thing if Oliver asked him to put in there. And that might make sense why he's only in that last part of the crossover in regards to that double wedding, which we don't really want to talk about too much. What were your reactions to Themyscira and Legend of Tomorrow? Well, I sort of had it ruined for me. I guess that's an issue with the fact that I do these YouTube videos and I don't watch the show straight. Legends is the only show I don't watch straight away because I have time to do the review, because I don't upload the review till the morning after, just to give space in between Flash and stuff. So I had that ruined for me, unfortunately. Not like them saying, "Oh, Themyscira is in the episode," but they said there's a Wonder Woman massive Easter egg. So I was sort of expecting it as the episode went on. I was waiting, and then someone said it's right at the end. And I was like, oh, okay. And then as soon as they showed like water, I was like, it's Themyscira. So I sort of had it ruined for me. Can you do a non-spoiler Justice League review? I can give you a quick review. I loved it, but it has flaws. That's the easiest way to do it. Oh, Jesus Christ. I just knocked my desk with my chair. That, God, must have felt like an earthquake. See you, Wrath of Matt. Enjoy Supergirl. It's a pretty good episode. Okay, your name is just like a stick man. I'll draw your username. That's the best way to go. So you got the whiteboard again. Goodbye, this dude. Enjoy your sleep. Oh, I now have to erase this and we have to listen to the noise. I'll do it down here. There we go. Is there a Citizen Heat? No. But I think if they did, it'd be like Heroic Heat or something like that. You know, make it alliteration. You know, Citizen Cold, Captain Cold. We'll go Heroic Heat. Or Heat Win. Maybe something like that. What do you think about the Flash and Justice League? I thought it was fine. I really enjoyed Ezra Miller. There was a couple of jokes where like, why? Like, did they have to be in there? Like, there's one you can tell it was ADR'd in, so it was done like without filming. Like, they just voiced it in, which was a bit weird. Sorry if I'm yawning, by the way. I woke up really early this morning because I had like a notification on my phone. Then I ended up seeing that the trailer was out, that new trailer, so I had to get up and make a video on it. So I've been up since like 5 a.m. Yeah, Ben, I'm with you. I might fall asleep on stream. That'd be pretty bad. Thoughts on Justice League Deathstroke from Winchester. That's a bit of a spoiler. Why did I read that out? I'm sorry for anyone that hasn't seen Justice League. I'm not going to talk about it. I just had a... What was that comment? Whoa, what happened there? Sorry if everyone just like freaked out and like the whole page just jumped all over the joint. Haley asked, have you ever met any of the cast members? I've met Manu Bennett. I'm just going to make sure that this is in line again. Just give me 2 seconds because I have to like do it really slowly just to make sure this live chat goes in properly. There we go. I've met Manu Bennett, Katie Cassidy, and John Barrowman, and I've also met Jason Momoa, who obviously plays Aquaman in Justice League. Who was Savitar before Barry became Savitar? Well, what came first, the chicken or the egg? There's your answer. DCEU Batman vs. CW Batman. I think Batman in general would beat Green Arrow just because League of Assassins, I guess. I do like Stranger Things. I think Stranger Things season 2 was the fastest Netflix show I've binge watched. I think. I'm trying to remember if it was that or what was the other show I binge watched really quickly? Was it Daredevil season 2? I think. Oh, it was season 1, one of the two. I think I binge watched either one of them the fastest. But then again, Stranger Things only had 9 episodes, so maybe they had an unfair advantage. Which Arrowverse show has had the best start so far? Legends. Easily. Is there banter between Sarah and Snart? There is legendary banter between Sarah and Snart. most hated character in the Arrowverse. I like how you had to put minus Felicity because she'd be the automatic answer. I don't know. Hate's a strong word. Like disliked. Like hate is a strong word. I can't think off the top of my head. I really didn't like the Hawks on Legends. I really didn't like the Hawks. Yeah, that's probably my answer. Are you the only one that does? As I said, I like Mon-El, but then when he's in with Kara and they're in a relationship, it sort of ruins both characters. So I prefer them not being together. Best Arrowverse suit, probably the current Flash one. Even though I think Vixen's is pretty good. Citizen Cold ones from the crossover is pretty good. I did like Roy's suit when he had an Arsenal suit. That was pretty cool. Yeah, it's the most I can think off the top of my head. There's so many questions popping up. Which Reverse Flash is better, Harrison Wells or Eobard Thawne? I did like Tom Cavanagh, but Tom Cavanagh had like the storyline where we thought he was good and then he turned bad, so he has like a bit of an advantage there. While Eobard Thawne, like Matt Letcher, when he came in, he's just been bad, so he really didn't have too much of a story arc there. Worst Arrowverse suit. Citizen Steele's one's pretty bad when he has the helmet. I hate that helmet, but his actual suit normally isn't too bad. Mr. Terrific's looks weird. It's really baggy on him, so that's like a weird one to have. I don't like Dinah Drake's Black Canary suit because the sleeves are stupid. Like, why does she have long gloves and then just leave this bit exposed? Like, why not have the whole thing covered? Trying to think off the top of my head. Which other bad ones are there? Diggle's helmet. Yuck. That's terrible. Quackmare. I like men. All for it, mate. Go for it. Best Arrowverse actor. Like, best or favourite? Best, like, probably, like, Tom Cavanagh. I think he's very good. Yeah, I watched Gotham MJ. I think I talked about it, like, maybe, like, 10 minutes ago or something. The Ray's costume, yeah, but the thing with the Ray costume is that it's only for this crossover, so it's sort of silly to them to invest a lot of money into making it when we won't see it ever again in live action, most likely, apart from the crossover. So, really, the only thing they would have spent time on doing was maybe the helmet, and even then, they wouldn't have done too much in it. Current Wild Dog suit versus previous suit. His new one looks pretty cool, but like the old one was very comic book accurate, but he needed the upgrade, so I understand why they upgraded it to his new suit. Will Barry create Gideon? I'd be very surprised if we ever saw that on the show, to be completely honest. Someone asked about the logos that the people have. So, like, for example, like the Evil Flash has like the 2 lightning bolts like that, and someone was like, well, why do they have the double lightning bolts? That's like the SS, which is like the Schutel or something like that, or the Schwarzschutel or something like that. It's like the German, like the group of Nazis, like the SS forces. So like the 2 lightning bolts, a lightning bolt sort of looks like an S to begin with. So SS for the double lightning bolts. So someone, I don't know who asked that, so there's your question for the person that asked that. It went past very, very quick. Worst Arrowverse side character? Do you mean like someone that's not a hero? James Olsen's pretty bad. Like, not saying the actor's bad, but like, he gets like no storylines. Like, they're on Supergirl at the moment, if you haven't heard, like they're doing like him and Lena are going to be a thing. It's like, well, like that's really just proving that like they have like no idea what to do with the character. This whiteboard is bitchin'. It is. See Vijay Krishnan from Romania. God. From all around the world, the multicultural stream we are, from every corner of the earth. Well, funnily enough, the worst episode of The Flash, according to ratings, was actually that Girls' Night Out episode from the other week where we had Blacksmith debut, and it was like the Iris Hens Night, and then we had the Bachelor Party. Ooh. Sorry. Yeah, that got like the lowest rating ever for an for a Flash episode. It got like 4.6. I don't know what website I was using. Like, was it IMDb or like Metacritic or I don't know, something like that. Will Rip Hunter return in Legends? Yeah, at some point he will. Do you think William will ever be a huge part of Arrow? Like, I don't know. They're a bit inconsistent with William because I don't know what the hell they're doing with him. Ian, I did watch Arsenal and I was like shocked that they won 2-0 and dominated the game. I almost had a heart attack. Do you love DC Comics or Marvel? One look at my channel and you get the answer to that, Aniket. It's DC. I appreciate Marvel, but I've always been a big DC Comics fan since I was a kid. So I actually watch the shows in very low quality and want to watch them on stream, but then I watch them again on Foxtel, which is like the Australian cable service, I guess you would say. To watch them in high quality. Manage Reacts asked, what season do you think is the best? Do you mean like overall in the Arrowverse? I'll go season by season. Supergirl, it's season 3 at the moment. It's killing it. Legends, I am very much enjoying season 3, but you have to say season 2 was very good, so we'll give it to season 2. Arrow, season 2 still. Season 5 was good, but the flashbacks weren't as interesting as season 2's flashbacks, and I think their present day stories were on par. So season 2 of Arrow. But I do appreciate season 1 as well, along with season 5. And then Flash, season 1. Even though I think season 1 of The Flash is better, but I think season 2 of The Flash is more rewatchable. Because season 1 of The Flash sort of loses some of its like watchability once you've seen it a couple of times, just due to like the twists and everything like that. But it's much better in regards to its like first watching. But thanks for the donation. Manage Reacts, and the question as well. This live stream is bitchin'. It is. I wonder if we're ever going to get any like sort of answer to the whole bitchin' thing. It's just becoming a bit of a meme on the show now. Best Arrowverse villain. I always say this. It's Prometheus. I think I did a villain, top 5 villains or top 10 villains or something, a video during the break, and I did a Prometheus because I think Prometheus was the best villain. Not the best character that was like antagonizing force, but it was the best villain. So yeah, Prometheus or Adrian Chase. Any thoughts on Black Panther? I'm excited for it. I haven't looked too much into it. I've only watched like the main trailers. I haven't watched anything else that's come out. But I'm looking forward to it. It should be interesting to see how it goes. Who's your favourite villain so far this year? DeVoe, Malice, Rain, or Dragon? We have to say Rain because she's had the most. She's been in the show since episode. Well, I guess DeVoe has as well. We haven't spent too much time with him. Like Rain's having the most development, so I'd have to say Rain. Funnily enough, from Supergirl, but ask me that question like episode 16 or 17, and then you'll probably get a more proper answer. Yeah, I've seen Justice League twice, David, and I'll probably see it again on Thursday or Friday night, one of the two. Hello, Luca, 052006. I used to watch The Walking Dead, and then I sort of dropped it because I think it's a bit boring. So if you watch it, I just think it's a bit boring. It just has some really boring downtimes, and I don't think it's worth the effort. And there's a lot of other shows to watch. How can Supergirl use her X-ray with the lead in the air? Yeah, but it's not like it's like blocks of lead like Tetris floating through the air. It's like dispersed, like little pieces of it. So I guess it's a valid question, but it's really small. Do I think they'll do Wonder Woman and Batman in the Arrowverse? I'd be shocked if they ever did. Worst Arrowverse season minus season 3 easily. Thanks Stage for that comment. Do you watch Rick and Morty? Yeah, I've watched Rick and Morty. It's actually surprising Rick and Morty. Like I didn't watch season 1 live, but in the break between season 1 and 2, I watched season 1. Then I watched season 2 live, and then season 2. The break between season 2 and season 3 was like massive, and like people started watching it. Now it's huge. Like it was fairly big, but now it's like double the size of like the season 2 ratings. Like I think people do overrate it. Like I've been watching since, as I said, like in between season 1 and 2, like back in the day, like what 3 or 4 years ago. People freak out a lot about it. Like I don't think it's as good as people make it out to be. It's really good. It's good and funny, but I don't think it's as good as people make it out to be. Like that Szechuan sauce thing where people like harassing McDonald's people is like, God, like, are you serious? Like, gonna like get arrested for some sauce that you probably won't even enjoy. Like I bet you like there's people that weren't even around when that was out, and they might not even enjoy the sauce. Like Jesus Christ, like, how embarrassing. I don't watch Super. I used to, but back in the day, like season 1 to 3, I think I might have watched. Like I think Katie Cassidy was on the show when I was watching it. Then I didn't really watch after that. As I've said, if like I know people are commenting saying I haven't answered their questions. As I said, I can't read every question. If you want to, we're getting the whiteboard out again. If you really want your question answered, and I'm like not seeing it, the best way to do is to do the super chat thing, which is that this emblem under the chat box. It looks like a $sign. If you click that, you can like donate like a couple of bucks or something, and you can get your question answered. That's the easiest way for me to see it. Like I think if it's like $5 or more or something, it like stays there for a while, so I'm guaranteed I won't miss it, even though I don't miss them because I should be able to see them pop up. God, this whiteboard is coming in extreme handiness. One, I already answered that question about Supergirl with the X-ray with the lead. It's really small, so she should still be able to see. Actually, I'll put this here just in case I need to do something. Did you watch all of Smallville? Yeah. Twice. I've watched all of Smallville twice. Like, I watched it live and finished it, and then, like maybe 3 years ago I watched it all again. Did season 1 even happen? That's a real question. No, I don't know. Did season 1 even happen? Well, it obviously happened. But my head hurts. I'm a bit too tired to answer that one. Would you rather meet Grant, Steven, or Melissa? Probably Steven, just because I think he's an awesome. I think they'd all be awesome, but I'd love to meet Steven Mel. What did I do something to make your ears hurt or something? I must have made a really loud noise or something. Or was it the whiteboard? I don't know. One of the two. Someone said they were going, so good night to whoever that was. I can't scroll up because it's just going to throw the chat off whack, if that makes sense. But we're going to go in 10 minutes, so 10 minutes to go until I end the stream, guys. Yeah, I've watched all. The only show I didn't watch like live the whole season was Supergirl, funnily enough. But I've watched Arrow since it started, Flash since it started, Legend since it started. But Supergirl, I think I watched like maybe the first half of the season live, and then I like just stopped watching it. And like towards the end, I binge watched and caught up just before like the final couple of episodes aired. You know what? No, it was actually when they had the Flash Supergirl crossover. I think I binge watched up to that point, and then watched live from that the first like Flash Supergirl crossover. Is Jimmy still Guardian? Well, yeah, technically he is, but he's just not being Guardian. I think it's just an issue where, like maybe that storyline didn't work too well last season. Like, they were too, like, opposite, like what they were going raw for, like the Supergirl thing, and then we had Win and Jimmy doing stuff, so, or James doing their own thing, so maybe that's why they went away. Has Arrow been released? What do you mean by that, Ilhan? Who was your favourite legend? Probably Mick. What happened to Maxwell Lord on Supergirl? They still haven't answered that. Like, I think they, at the beginning of season 2 of Supergirl, like, they dropped, like, name dropped him. Did he go to jail? I don't know. Who knows? They just sort of like got. The issue with that is because the actor didn't want to move up to Vancouver, I think. That was like a similar issue to with what's her name? Callista Flockhart, who plays Cat Grant. She didn't want to move up to Vancouver and film all for 9 months. So she only does a couple of episodes a season. Will the Future Flash ever show back up to help Team Flash to defeat? Well, that Future Flash doesn't exist anymore because Iris didn't die. Yeah, Ben. Well, I'm going in about 8-9 minutes, so won't be too far behind if you leave now. LD just dropped $5 and he goes on what Barry wrote in season 4, episode 1. I'll just click on this. Do you think that will be the key to stopping DeVoe, or will it just be more or less a weapon for an episode or two? Well, the funny thing is, in last episode, on one of the screens in DeVoe's thing, you could see the symbols that Barry had been writing on his wall. So I don't know if those symbols are something to do with DeVoe, or like DeVoe needs those symbols from Barry, or Barry to maybe translate them. In episode 9, DeVoe actually kidnaps Barry, so that could be why he takes him to translate some of those symbols. But seeing that's a mid-season finale, that's what the case could be, but we'll have to wait and see in regards to that. But thanks, LD, for the donation and also the comment, or the question, might I say. But yeah, those symbols, hopefully they come back, because they did sort of focus on them a lot. Does this house is bitchin' mean something? Oh, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Vedantis Live. Yeah, Trapstorm, it's 6:30 where you are, but it's 5:30 where I am. It's 5:30 in Brisbane. We don't have daylight savings. Yeah, I'm from Australia. Nicola Quabo, 23. Hello, Macarius. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Or Macarius, one of the two. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Is Ricardo Diaz the main villain of Arrow this season? I hope he is. Like, if he's not, then I'll be very disappointed. Do I like Captain Cold? Yeah, I do. I'm interested to see what Citizen Cold's like in the crossover this season, because I think that's going to be very interesting. I have no idea who's going to die in Infinite Gaming. I wish I did, because I could spoil you all. If you weren't behaving, I could spoil you all in the comments or in this live stream or in a video. But at the moment, I don't know. There's that great Felicity, but could be fake, who knows. What shows do you think will come to the Arrowverse? Well, we've got Black Lightning coming up. I don't know. Just trying to think off the top of my head. They could probably do something with Legends. I mean, they could bring Constantine back if they wanted to. Thanks, Brian, for the $2 donation. Appreciate it. But yeah, Constantine could come back, maybe. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe have 5 nights a week of Arrowverse stuff. Are you going to get a new... I like my profile picture. I think it's just simple. You know, I could upgrade it, but it looked basically roughly the same with like a flash symbol. I'd probably keep it around that. So I made that logo myself, so I may as well keep it, like a bit of self-pride, if that makes sense. Good night, Anonymous. Anonymous. Hopefully I've done that right, but good night. Am I excited about Black Lightning? I'm pretty excited. Just to have a new show, obviously, to watch. We haven't really seen too much of it. They really need to do some promotional stuff for that show. Hopefully over the break, they release some more promos and stuff. Like, it's almost like they're holding back showing promos for it. But for those that don't know, might I say, Black Lightning, might I say, is actually debuting after the Flash when they come back. So when the Flash comes back from its mid-season break, its mid-season premiere, Black Lightning's series premiere is after the Flash, so it's replacing Legends. For those that don't know. If Grant Gustin were to leave, would you like to see Wally take up the mantle? Yeah, well, yeah, because the Flash show sort of does need the Flash. So, yeah, you'd bring in Wally. Why do you only have special intros for Arrow and Flash? Well, I had those made for me, so I could get a Supergirl one. I think the Legends one's hard to do, but a Supergirl one just would somewhat be. But I'll have to ask the guy that made me the Flash and Arrow one and see if he has a Supergirl one that can be used. But I don't want to disturb him and make him feel like he has to do it. But I might ask, and maybe by the mid-season premiere for all the shows, I might have a Flash, Arrow one, which I already have, then also a Supergirl one, a Legends one, and maybe even a Black Lightning one. Who knows? What is your favourite TV show? I don't know. I don't like to choose favourites. I like to say everything I watch I like. That's it. I don't watch anything I don't like. That's the best way to answer that. Do you want Killer Frost to become good? I want it to become like good, but like badass good. So I don't want to become like Goody Two Shoes. Like, I wanted to have like a bit of an attitude and stuff like that. Yeah, Project 13. I do know that's coming in, but that's in like pre-production, like pre-development, not pre-development, but it's in like development. So that won't be out for like a while. Like Black Lightning was announced ages ago, and it's only coming out in the next couple of months. Well, the next 2 months, I guess. So I don't think we'll see that till probably not next year, the year after. Yeah, Council of Walls was awesome. Hopefully you get to see them again. What does Pagey mean? It's my nickname. Worst Arrowverse actor. Oh. People might think I'm just being biased, but Emily Bett Rickards, who plays Felicity, can't do dramatic stuff. So whenever they give her dramatic stuff, it's really hard to watch. She's very good when it comes to like improvising and like comedic stuff, and just like, you know, neutral stuff. When it comes to dramatic stuff where she has to get emotional, she's really bad. So I really hate it when they give Felicity stuff like that. Wait, what's Black Lightning is the new CW DC show that's coming out in January. So it's like, it's not confirmed to be in the Arrowverse, but it's probably eventually will be in the Arrowverse. But look up the trailer, just type in Black Lightning trailer, and you'll see like a 2.5, 3 minute trailer, I think it is, and it looks decent. What's happening to Black Lightning? What's happening to Legends? Sorry, if Black Lightning takes its spot, Legends is just moving a night. I don't think they've confirmed it yet, but I think they said it might be moving to Friday, so the day after Arrow, but we'll have to wait and see in regards to that. Do you think there'll be another crossover in the Arrowverse this year? I'd be surprised. If there's not going to be a musical crossover, so there's not going to be that. If anything, we might just get something with Legends maybe, where one of the shows might go on Legends, but apart from that, well, I guess it's Constantine, so that's technically a crossover with Legends, but yeah, I think Legends would have to be involved if it's any other crossover going on. So I'm just going to answer a couple more questions. I'm going to end this stream in about a couple of minutes. Shout out to Cool Guy. Are you excited for Deadpool? I am. That new like teaser trailer they dropped was hilarious. Good night, Dream Dill in Alaska. Personal pick for DCEU, Hal Jordan. I wouldn't mind seeing like John Krasinski, who played Jim Halpert on The Office. I think he'd be a good Hal Jordan. What happened to Tracy Brand? Who knows? I think they just completely forgot about her as well. What do you think about the Titans show? I'm excited for it. I think they started filming like last week or the week before, so we should maybe get at least some little footage of it. Legends is no, it's not ending. I think Legends comes back in February actually. I think all the other DC shows come back in like middle of January, but because Legends has less episodes, it's coming back in February, I think. How do I feel about Felicity coming back? That's a thumbs down for those that couldn't tell my fantastic drawing. I only drew 3 fingers, so it looks like a Simpsons thumbs down. I'll answer one more question. I'm going to go. Where is the purple lightning flash? He's talking about the Accelerated Man. The Accelerated Man is on Earth 19 and not doing anything because Gypsy and Bridges seem to be doing all the work. But thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate everyone dropping in. Yeah, as I said, appreciate it heaps. And I'll be maybe doing another stream tomorrow morning. Just keep your eyes out for from 13 hours from now. So usually the normal time, maybe 4 or 5 hours before the flash is on. Keep your eyes out on Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, my link is in the description below there. I'll just keep your eye out on YouTube. And I might be streaming tomorrow morning as well. But if you're just joining now, I'm sorry. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that drawing. And I'll try and do more live streams because everyone seems to enjoy them. And it's nice to chat to everyone. But yeah, so thanks for watching. And I'll talk to you guys later.